Well, good morning. This is VK3ACU. And today I'm going to talk about a little transmitter that I said I would do a video on in my thoughts about CW that you can build at home. This is an 80 meter crystal locked CW transmitter. This will be legal for you to use on your technician license, on your foundation license here in Australia, and I'm sure many other places around the world. It uses just two transistors, one for the final output stage and one here, so a BC548 and a BD139. 12 components or less, I believe. The switch here is currently not in use, but that is just a transmit-receive switch. It has a jack for your key, an SO239 for your antenna, but really that could be anything. This could just go out to a length of wire or something. And a DC barrel jack for the 12 volt input, but that could be a 9 volt battery snap, I suppose. You'll need a couple of inductors, ceramic capacitors, resistors, two transistors, a crystal, binocular toroid. Don't let this bit scare you. It's literally just feeding a couple of bits of enamel wire around this toroid. Now, I will link in the description the web page, the link to the Northern Tasmania Amateur Radio Club that has a full write-up on this. Nicholas VK7WW designed this for celebrating 100 years of amateur radio in the Northern Tasmania Amateur Radio Club. Anyway, we're going to put this on the air in a minute and show you how far you can get with it. It's actually really quite a good sounding transmitter. He suggests making the circuit board using a hacksaw blade and just cutting into bits of PCB. So you'll need a hacksaw, a bit of PCB, these components here, which are all on the web page there, and a soldering iron, and you can pop it all together. Now the case is just a bit of soldered together scrap PCB. You theoretically don't even really need it. I think Nick did suggest that you heatsink the BD139, but I've noticed that it just doesn't get hot at all, so I didn't bother. Alright, let's put it on the air, and I'll give you an example from the last QRS, which means slow down or please slow down night, so slow morse night, where I actually called CQ and made a contact on this. I won't play the whole video because it is slow morse and it was a rather long contact, but it will give you an idea of the signal report we got back. Believe me, if you build something like this, not only do you get a little transmitter you can put on the air, it is a bit disadvantaged because you are locked in frequency with the crystal, but the best thing with building something like this is the satisfaction you get from building it. As soon as you make a contact on something that you've made yourself, man, it's a really, really good feeling. But also too, if you're young or you don't have much money and you're just getting started out with CW and amateur radio, maybe this is a really good little project. I think you could build this thing for under probably about $10 Australian. So yeah, very, very cheap to build, and you might already have some of these parts in your junk drawer. All right, let's put it on the air and see where we can hear it in Australia. It's currently about 7:30 in the morning. We have the Sentry Cent set up. We have our computer on the Ironstone range, which is South Australia, which is about 600-700 kilometers away from me. And what we're going to do is send a series of V's in Morse code, followed by my call sign. And let's see if we can hear it here. There's actually a reasonably strong signal there. Let's see, I'll key down and we'll have a look at the S meter. About an S6. Hey, that's pretty good. Where else might we be able to hear it? The sun is starting to come up. Let's see if we can hear it in Western Australia. 80 meters is sort of best at night, but it is still kind of early morning. Let's see. 3579. So we were just heard in Perth in Western Australia, and we're over here in Melbourne way. Now, that's about 3,200 kilometres away with 1 watt with this little homebrew transmitter. Anyway, now I'm going to show you a little video of a contact that I had on QRS night. It is a bit slow because it was QRS night. QRS is please slow down. And that's great. It's a really good group where there's new operators who have a crack at CW, and if you are new to it, that's where I recommend you go. Anyway, I'll roll that footage and I'll link down below in the description where you can find out how you can build this thing. Here we go. Good evening, Mark. Your RST 599. So this is our signal report, RSN 552, so that's his noise level. 552, that's a good report for 1 watt.